My Impact, Influence and Confidence programme is designed with talented women in mind to engage, inspire and build self-belief at work. For more information, go to bitfamous.co.uk. Hi, welcome back. This time on the Penny Haslam podcast, share what you believe in or what your passion is. I've got a bit of a challenge on with somebody, I have to say, in trying to convince them that having an opinion and sharing it is a really good idea. Now, you might be in the camp of that person thinking, oh, no way, I'm not sharing my personal opinions anywhere or with anyone because that's the recipe for disaster. That's the road to ruin. I, however, am in the other camp that says you absolutely must share your opinions and your experiences and your thinking about things so that people understand what you stand for, who you are, where you're coming from. Now, often we think about personal opinion as being connected to politics, and that's really dangerous, isn't it? But I'm not talking about that sort of opinion. I'm not talking about, oh, let's bring back hanging opinion. I don't mean be opinionated in a really big way. I just mean share what you believe in or what your passion is. The person that I'm dealing with is shy of doing that. She says it's not right. She doesn't want to be in the spotlight sharing her opinion, but she's the head of a really big organisation that has a job of sharing what it's up to. Her job is to enthuse people, excite them, inspire them, encourage them, show them that it's a great thing that they're doing. Really? What leader doesn't have that job? It might seem a bit revealing. And I think if you've had experience before where you've tried to share your opinion but you've been shot down, you might not be too quick off the mark to repeat that. However, if we were to frame it in a different way, if I was to say to you, look, it's okay to share what you believe in, what your passion is, what your thinking is, what your opinion is, what is your comment about something? Because not everyone's listening and are that interested. You can be reassured by that. No one's really listening. But if they are listening, they might well go along with what you're saying and go, wow, yeah, I totally feel that as well. And you're the person for me. That's brilliant. Or they might think that's absolute nonsense, but it's making me listen anyway because I'm agitated by it. I have a reaction to it. Now, if you sit with both buttocks firmly clenched either side of the fence and not sharing that belief that you've got and that experience that's helped bring it about, I think you shortchange people, actually. So they never understand who you are and what you stand for, and you become a bit bland as a result. That's not exciting. That's not enthusing people or inspiring them. That's just bland. And what you end up falling back on are corporate key messages, and you get yourself tangled up in all of that. Now, key messages are great. They're really important. What do you want to get across? What's important to get across? But the only way in which you will get a feeling of humanity across is if you share your beliefs, your ideas, your passions, etc., etc., etc. So it's a simple question and one we often struggle with. But if you can think about some of the people around you who are able to share opinions, you might come to an understanding that they're not bad people. And therefore, if you do the same, you're not going to be seen as a bad person. And yes, we might expect a little bit of criticism, but it depends where you hang out on what you say. I mean, if you go on Twitter talking about fox hunting, you can pretty much expect a strong opposition to that from certain quarters. Okay, same with all sorts of things. But if you're trying to enthuse people and bring them along in a positive way, it can really work. The Scottish National Party had a massive decision to make a few years ago. They wanted to win the next election. They hadn't had a big foothold in Scotland for years, and they wanted to win. Good suggestion. Let's try and win it this time, yeah? Well, how can we do that? And they started to speak positively about what they were doing. They started to speak in positive terms, inspirational terms, exciting. Let's think about the future and how it could be, not slagging off the opposition. And it really paid off. Their story is a long one now, and they've been in power for many, many years. So the same is true of you and your opinions, no matter where you share them. If you're positive and light touch about it and enthusiastic and passionate, then you can convince other people to come along, or at least to hear you out a bit more. Otherwise, you're a bit boring. And no one wants that, do they? The world is stuffed to the gills of boring stuff, isn't it? So let's think about how we can inject a bit of, delight and joy. It's just all there for the taking. My third book is coming out in 2024. It's all about confidence at work and in life. And as you'd expect from me, there are lots of stories and ideas to help you build confidence, whether it's for yourself or for others. It might be colleagues, teammates, friends and family. Head to pennyhaslam.co.uk/confidence-book.